Yeah, so welcome. We're on week 3. We have this week and next week. This week we're doing the instruction for 6 through 13 through 18. So I saw that some of you have watched the other videos. Are there any questions about movements 1 through 12 that you have before I launch into 13 through 18? You feel pretty comfortable with those? Good. All right. Excellent. Now we're going to start. I'm going to do the first couple, the first one seated, because we're going to be doing a lot with the face, because the first 3 moves, 13, 14, and 15, are all about massage. When we exercise in the West, we don't really think about how our movements help our internal organs. You've already seen me do twisting and folding and reaching, right? All of these create a healthy environment for your organs to do their job effectively, which most importantly is digesting your food, drawing nutrients from your food so you can make good blood to go through your body. So that's why those exercises are very important. We add acupressure massage. Because, sorry, I just saw this in the chat real quickly. Okay, yeah, if you feel comfortable, Allison, I can put the link in the chat at the end. So if that works for you, we can do that. All right. Anyway, so we do massage of acupressure points that also heal the internal organs, because this series too is about healthy joints and healthy organs. So with that being said, I'm going to show you the first, which is called massaging. It's called massaging. Sorry, I just want to get the right word. Okay, rubbing the face in points. So the first thing we do, and you can sit or stand when we do it next week, when we go through the whole flow, and when we do the whole flow today, we are going to be standing. I'm just sitting to show you closely, so whatever's best for you right now is good. Bring your middle fingers to the corners of your mouth here, like so. And we're going to do 4 circles forward, and we'll do them much more quickly when we do the flow, but let's do it slowly for learning. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, keeping the fingers on the face, slide them up below your nose wing. And you'll see just a little bit below and out the nose wings, and go forward 4 circles again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Looks good. Now slide up to the bridge of your nose. You'll feel that bumpy bridge of your nose. We'll do 4 circles there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping the hands on the face again now. Slide up so all 4 fingers are over your brow. Slide across the brow, past the temples, down in front of your ears, and just briefly push in your ear flap on each side. Good. Now slide down the jawline to the chin, and then up back to the nose. So that's the first part of the face rubbing. Any questions about that? And I am going to put on this view. Any questions about the face rubbing? And you can unmute to ask your questions if you need. All right, so that's step 1 of the face rubbing. Now we're going to be massaging again on the face, but then going down the back of our head. So bring your fingers back to the mouth. We'll do 4 circles again with the middle finger forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now slide up the nose to the inner corner of your eye. Just gently forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now sweep up so your fingers and thumbs are on your hairline. And then you're going to go ahead and stroke all the way back. You're going to then bring your thumb, feel for the lowest part of your skull, and you're kind of making a diamond shape with your hands. So feel at the lowest part on each side where the skull meets the neck, and we'll do 4 circles going out on each thumb. So each thumb will go out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to kind of show you this on one side just so I can hold my hair back. You're here, right? You're here in this position. Then keeping your hands on your head, you're going to slide the fingers so your ear flap comes up. Do you see how I'm folding my ear forward a little bit? And you're going to massage just right at that point, at the right as you come down, at this midpoint up here on the ear, and you'll do 4 circles forward there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll be doing that with both hands. Please turn your head do that. Say that again?
Please turn your head as you demonstrate that.
Okay, so we're here, and you'll do both sides. So you're here, and then you come here to the side. Can you see where I'm holding behind the ear? Can you see that? Yes or no? And then you massage like so.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thanks. All right. You don't have to be exact on these points because we're using our fingers in a big circle. So unlike acupuncture, where the acupuncturist needs to have the exact point for the needle, because we're moving in a big circle, you don't have to be exact. So we've been here, your ears are forward, we've done our 4 circles. Then we release our hands, and you're going to bring them down to the lower abdomen and just set them on the lower abdomen. I'm going to show you where you're massaging. One hand is going to massage the other. The hand that's on the bottom is going to be relaxed, and the hand on top, the thumb, is going to massage. Now, if you look here, sorry, I'm just going to make sure that you can see. Do you see I'm putting my thumb on top of my index finger? If I go to the very upper part, do you see the little bump here on the hand? And you're going to come in 1 finger width. So here's the bump, come in about 1 finger width on the index finger side. So on the index finger bone, and you're going to be massaging with the thumb right there. Again, you don't need to be exact, but that's the idea. So it'll be on your belly, and you're just going to massage with the thumb. So you've got the mound, and then you go about 1 finger in or a centimeter in, and then you massage right there. And that's where we'll be doing about 24 circles. It might be less, don't worry. I'll be counting my 24 circles. Then you'll come to the other hand, find the mound, that very upper part, go about a finger within, pressing on the index finger side, and that will be there. So again, you don't have to be exact, but you'll hit the point correctly. And we'll do 24 on that side. So that is our first thing, rubbing the face and massaging the points. Any questions about that? So I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions in the chat. And you just worked so much of your internal organ system just from that. It's super beautiful. And we'll go through it all together. Okay, so I don't see questions. Any questions that you guys have about those? Okay, good. Now this point that we're rubbing, if you're ever having problems sleeping, this is a great point for sleep, digestion, headaches, nausea, really a powerhouse. So you can do that. Now, the next thing that we do is called massaging the chest and abdomen. And again, I want to be kind of close so you can see. You're going to actually have your hands right where your ribs come up at the part, the sternum here, right? You have this upper part. You're going to place your hands actually firmly on the body. Now, I need to massage in the correct direction also, just because it's healthier for the flow of the energy. So I'm going to have you get in your mind your left side. So get left side in your mind, and you're going to go to the left first. So we're going to make a small circle to the left. We'll do 4 of them this direction. Really press firmly. This is a tiny circle just up here. Incredible for digestion, indigestion, heartburn. We're working our conception vessel, which is our reproductive organs, for hormone balance. And we do 4. So we have 1 more. And then going that same direction to the left, we now do a bigger circle, coming down the side, across the bottom, up the other side, and back across the top for 1. Good. Looks good. 2. 3, and you should feel your shirt might move. You definitely want to feel the pressure. This is great to do after you eat these big ones. Now, stop at the top, get your right hand in your brain, and we're going to go down to the right with the big circles first, going the opposite direction, all the way down and around. Be on the outside, really on the outside. Good. Up to the top, down the other side. Yeah, there you go. Nice. That's 2. We'll do 2 more of the big circles. Great. Good. Nice and easy. 3. And then 1 more. This is a literal massage for your large intestine. It also works your small intestine. It's so great. Now, the small circles, that same direction. Right here on this upper rib cage. That's 1. Firm pressure, feel it. 2, great, looks good. Nice and easy. 3, and last one, 4. As with all of the moves in this practice, you can do this anytime. The big motions are great to do after you eat. You can actually do 36 one direction and 36 the other. Any questions about the chest and abdomen massage? Any questions on that? It looked great for the people that I could see, so well done. All right, the next one will be standing, but if everyone can mute for some reason. Yeah, you have a question? Go ahead. Wait, Ellen, was
How
that?
hard do you push?
Yeah, so you want to push hard enough. You'll actually see your shirt move. You're going to hear my microphone because it's by the shirt, but just watch my shirt. See how my shirt is kind of moving up and around. So that's how you'll know you really want to feel it. Not hard, but it's a massage. You're really massaging. It's not a gentle caress. It's I'm pushing. I'm really feeling that. And your hand should feel warm after you've done it. Does that help, Ellen? Is that good? Okay. All right, other questions about that? Okay, great. Now, the next one is combing the hair and turning the trunk. I'm going to demonstrate the combing the hair part because then for the rest of the class, I'm going to stand up and show you the other moves in this 18. We're already done with the first 3 almost. So the way that this works, we're going to have one hand on the lower back like so. You're going to have it, imagine there's a line from your belly button straight through to your back, and your back of your hand will be there, fingers together, thumb open. If you can't bring your shoulder back, if you have frozen shoulder or you're grappling with an injury, you can just bring your hand to your hip or place your hand on your leg. But ideally, we want this opening across the chest. Okay, so that will be the hand position of the hand that's back. The other hand, I'm going to break it down for you. Bring all 4 fingers to your hairline. You're going to scratch back, and as you scratch back, you turn your hand so it kind of comes vertical. Do you see how my fingers are now up and down? From here, and the reason I have my hair loose because it's hard to scratch when your hair is up, but you're going to move your fingers from one side to the lowest point of your skull, over to the other side, to the lowest point of the skull, back to the first point, and then over to the other. So you're just scratching back and forth with your fingers. And we'll just do that 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so any questions about where you're scratching on the back? We're hitting some very important points back there. So it should feel, this I love to do during the day. I'm working on the computer, I'm watching TV, I'm like, oh, I'll just lean my head back and scratch. It's so good.
Is your left hand on your back?
Yes, it will be. For now, I just was showing you that, so you can keep that there. And then we'll be doing some turning motions and whatnot. I just want to make sure we have the head part. Now, from here, right, so we finish up on one side because we've scratched from one side to the other, over and back. So we end up under the lower part, right, that bumpy part. From here, keeping your hand on your head, you're going to slide your hand up over your ear. So you're going to slide it up over the top of your ear, so your middle finger will be there, and you'll do 4 circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping your hand on your head. So your hair is going to get messy, it's just part of it. You're going to slide your finger to your temple. This is called the Tai Yang point, great for headaches. And you'll do 4 circles forward here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's combing the hair, and we'll add the turning the trunk part in a moment when I stand up. I just want to make sure we have the head massage. So let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Fingers at the front, the other hand in back, chest is open. Drag the fingers back. Feel that nice massage. And then scratch from one side to the other side, back to the first side and over. From here, keeping your fingers on your head, slide up over your ear, 4 circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide to your temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I want to make sure you guys are clear on the head massage, because we're going to really do such good stuff for our brains. Qigong is so good for our brains because we coordinate a lot of things. We're going to get movement in. We're going to be turning our trunk and coordinating stuff in just a minute. So any questions about the head massage? Awesome. You guys are quick learners. Okay. We begin with our feet about hip to shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent, pelvis tucked. And we're going to do first a natural respiration breath, because we haven't done a complete full warm-up, which we're okay because we're in a learning phase. But let's settle our energy. Feet firm, knees slightly bent, pelvis slightly tucked. The spine reaches up, the shoulders relax down. The chin is slightly tucked. We call this Wuji position. This is our foundational standing position that lets our blood and energy flow. It is very helpful for reducing headaches and all sorts of joint problems, just this standing alone. Then from here, we bring our palms out. We inhale them up, and we exhale down through center. Let's do that 2 more times. Coming in, waking our body up for movement. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, float down. 1 more time. Feeling a sense of calm come over you, right? Just letting go. Whenever we learn something, we can get a little anxious. And as I've said in our classes before, you don't have to do these moves perfectly. It's not about that. Any movement you do is going to be so nourishing. We bring that hand to the back. So remember, we bring the one hand to the back, imagining that line from the belly button. And go ahead and watch. I'm going to show you the movement because you're going to be turning away from me, so as you'll hear the cues. So watch it 1 time through. I bring the hand to the head and I draw it back. And as I'm drawing it back, I turn towards the arm that's bent. I drag across the head, so I go one side to the other, back. And then as I come to the second side again, I turn forward again. I slide my finger over my ear and massage, and then I slide to the temple and massage. And then I switch my hands. So you'll switch, I'll demonstrate this side. You can do this with me if you feel you've got it. We draw the fingers back, make sure you're breathing in and out your nose, and as we draw it back, we turn to the other side, the elbow and back. You go first to the lower part of the skull that's behind you, scratch there first. Then scratch to the part that's by the front. Back, front, you turn as you come to the front again. Sweep the finger over the ear, massaging 4 circles forward. And then come to the temple, 4 circles forward. And release. All right, so let's see if you have any questions now that we're coordinating that. And then we'll do both sides again. And just to make sure that we'll do that all together. So any questions? We're good?
When you turn,
yes,
are you turning towards the arm that is the elbow, or are you turning towards the arm that's on your back?
You're turning, great question. You're turning towards the arm that's on your back. So that's a great way to remember it. And you also scratch first to the arm, the side of the arm that's by your back, okay? So you're turning to the back. So let's practice just that. Let's just practice that turn. We draw the fingers back and you're turning towards the back as you draw it back. And let's practice the other side. Switch arms. Fingers in front, and as you scratch back, turn to the arm that's on your back. All right, good. Great question. I know it's a little tricky as you're learning all this, especially with Zoom, it can be a little tricky. All right, let's go ahead and do the combing the hair and turning the trunk all the way through. Bring one hand to your back, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Bring the other fingers to your hairline, and as you draw them back, turn towards the elbow on your back. Scratch towards that back elbow at the bottom of your skull, then to the other side. Back to the first side, and as you scratch to the second side, turn forward. Facing forward, really massage your way to the top of your ear. 4 circles there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sweep your fingers to your temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently and smoothly switch your hands. Just a beautiful movement. Awesome, you guys. Fingers come to the hairline. Drawing back with your fingers, turn towards the back elbow. Sweep, scratch to the side, on the same side as the back elbow, then across, over, across, and turn forward as you come to the second side. Sweep your finger over your ear, 4 circles forward. And now sweep your fingers to your temple, 4 circles forward there. And release. Good. Very well done. Fix your hair, any of you that have little fluff. We won't do that when we do the flow. We'll just have messy hair, but since we can now. So this next practice, oh my gosh, this is holding the palm and lifting the knee, is one of the best brain breaks you can take. It does, again, we're coordinating mind and movement, and it's so good for your circulation, which brings great blood flow to your brain. Your feet are hip to shoulder width apart if you have good balance. If it's tricky for you, you can step a little wider. I want to practice with you just a second balance. Cues for balance, it's really based on our cerebellum, our visual information. So if you gaze at a point on the floor or in the distance, one point, that will help. So in this, we're going to be lifting our knees up to 90 degrees. You might only bring it up a little, so play around with that. So we're just going to do the legs first. Keep your hands down by your side because we're going to be moving them in a moment, but let's just do the legs first. Shift your weight to one leg. Feel that it's nice and strong, the knee slightly bent. And then you're going to bring one knee up. The knee is up and you're just balancing. If you need to hold on to a chair, that's okay. And then step down. Again, you might just touch your toe. You might bring it a little bit, but if you're able, the knee is at 90 degrees. Stepping down. Now shift your weight to your other foot. Feel that stability and bring that leg up wherever is comfortable. There's no best. It's whatever you can do is right. Great. Let's do that one more time each side. Make sure your spine is elongated. Don't hunch, keep upright. Open chest, good. I love people, some people are holding on, that's great. And lower. And then the other side. And lower, good. Now I'll teach you just the arms. For the arms, they start in loose fist at your side. You're going to turn one palm down and press down. The other palm turns toward the ceiling and lifts up. And then you turn both palms to face each other. And as they pass, the one that's pointed down continues down, but the other palm turns up to the ceiling. Good. And let's do that gently again, coming back through center. Great. Pressing one hand down, the other turns up. Beautiful. And then switch. Coming in. Beautiful movement, guys. And rotate. Great. Now let's bring our hands into loose fists by our side just to close the practice. What we're going to be doing now, of course, is holding the palm and lifting the knee, pushing the palm and lifting the knee, or holding the palm. So we'll be moving up and down as we lift our knee. Here's the trick. The hand that moves down, that's the knee that lifts. So when the hand is moving down, that's the side of the knee that lifts. So let's begin. We bring our hands up to the chest and we press one up, one down. Lift the knee of the side that's down. Good. Yay, you guys got it. And come back. Let's just step down now. If I were holding on to my chair, right? If I'm holding on with one side, I would just do like this, right? I would just do this and settle. And I would do that 2 times on one side, and then you would turn around and do 2 times on the other side. So that's in a chair modification. It's a little tricky. If you're seated in a chair, you can still lift the leg as much as you're able. If you're in bed, it's a little trickier. What I would do if you're in bed, so your feet are so, you'll draw your knee up as you press. So that's what it would look like in bed. For any of you, there's people that might be in bed that are joining class. All right, so let's go ahead and do the other side. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, one presses up, the other presses down. Lift the knee on the side that presses down. Good. Come back to center. Any questions before? We're going to do 2 times on each side. Any questions about that you guys have? Okay, great. You're doing really well. This is so great. I hope you can feel the flow, right? Just you've got strength and beauty within these movements. So just really so good in many ways. Loose fist at your side. Inhale the hands to the chest. Exhale, press one hand down, lift the other up. Come back to center with the hands, set the foot down. And then continue the hands, they move to the other side. Bring the hands back to center. Press one hand down, one hand up. Good, you guys are doing great. This is very tricky, well done. Come back to center and then press the other side. Good, and hands come to the center. Exhale, press down. A couple little points, since you seem to be taking to it quite easily. When you stretch up, it's weird. Even though we're reaching up, we're not letting the shoulder come into our head. We keep the shoulder down as we reach. This really strengthens the shoulder, and it also clears the lymph system. So this movement, let's just practice that. Relaxing the shoulder down as you reach up. Yeah, that looks great, you guys. So the arm might not be as high. That's okay, because we really want to be working on that. So that's one little detail that we can focus on. Good. Now we're going to go turn and bend the trunk. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of coordination in different movements. The first thing we do is step out shoulder width apart. If your balance is still struggling, you can go wider. We're going to have a few different parts, so I'm going to go part by part by part. The first thing we do is our fingers are together, thumbs are spread wide. Cross at the wrists. Inhale the arms up overhead. Again, that same keeping the shoulders down. Lift your chin so you're looking up at your hands. Then you separate your hands, turn your head so you're looking at the back of one hand. So the palms are facing down. Look at the back of one hand as it floats down. Then, as you bring the hands down, you're bringing them to your back. Fingers are pointing towards each other, thumbs reach down on the sides. So that's the first part. Let's do that, gazing at the other hand. So cross the hands again. Inhale, lift up, lift the chin also so you gaze up. And then exhale, look at the other hand, the back of the other hand as it floats down. And you bring your hands to your back. Beautiful. The next thing we'll do from here is we're going to turn to look behind us. And you'll be just literally just turning. I'm going to go from the side and the back as well. So that's the front view. Here's the side view. And then here's the back view. All right, and let's do that to the other side so you can get a feel for both sides. What we like to do is we inhale and we exhale as we turn. Inhale back to center and exhale as we turn. Inhale, center. And last view for you guys. Exhale as we turn. Inhale, center. So we'll be moving from the arms, putting them on the back, and the hand that we look at when it goes down, and I'll remind you of this, that's the direction we turn. So the next phase, our hands are still on our back, and I'm going to show you from the side, and then we'll do on the front. We're going to do a forward fold. People put a lot of pressure on themselves sometimes about folding forward. For this one, it's interesting because we're going to hinge from the hips and you're going to keep the chin up. You want the chin up. Go as low as you can with your chin up, gazing up. This gives a nice massage for the back of the head. There's that bumpy part at the top of your spine. All of the channels of energy flow through there. So we release stagnation when we do this. So let's just practice that forward fold, lifting the chin up. We inhale, exhale, bend forward, keep the chin up. Beautiful, looks good. Oh, you guys got it, excellent. And then inhale back to center. Great. From there we do a back bend. Now, when we bend backward, you want to make sure not to compress your lower back, like squeezing in. You want to elongate up, lift up, and from there we inhale, and then we exhale, lift up and gaze back. If you have any pinching or anything, and you want to control the chin lifting up, make sure your neck, your head doesn't crush your spine. So you're really using your muscles. As you go back, you want to make sure if this is as far as you can go, great. If this is as far as you can go, great. Keep the shoulders open because that's why our hands are on our back, keeping the front of the shoulders open. And then we go back, just whatever you can do. And then come up. Your back might be fine, but your neck muscles might be a little weak right now. As you practice, do this practice more, you'll have the videos, you'll notice that strength developing, which also will give you more blood flow to your brain, and it's just incredible. So any questions about the turning, the forward fold, or the bending back? And then we'll put it all together. Okay, awesome. Well, let's enjoy. Let's go ahead and do the whole move. Let's check in with your stability. We always need a strong foundation. If you're seated, your feet are firm on the ground and your pelvis is slightly tucked in your seat. Standing, our feet are strong. Our knees are slightly bent. The pelvis tucks, the spine lengthens up. Really feel like pearls. You're separating little pearls on a strand of pearls. The shoulders relax down and the chin slightly tucks. Good. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide, cross at the wrists. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, separate the hands, float the hands down, palms down, looking at one hand. Put the hands on the back, fingertips face each other. Inhale, exhale, turn the trunk and look behind you. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn and look over the other side, really turning the body. And inhale, center. Exhale, fold, hinge forward, chin is up. Good. Tuck your tummy in if you need. And then inhale, center. Exhale, lift back and up. Inhale, center. Exhale. Cross the wrists again. Inhale, lift the hands up, gaze up. Look at the opposite hand as it floats down. Remember, the palms are down. You're looking at the back of the hand. Bring the hand to the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, turn the opposite direction first. Inhale, center. Remember, we breathe in and out the nose. Exhale, my mistake. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold, chin is up, hinging, beautiful folds. I love your modification, guys. It looks great. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift up and back, gaze back. And inhale, center. Release your hands. Good. Stretching the arms and expanding the chest is probably the most challenging posture we're going to do for balance. We are asking our brain to coordinate so much. So I'll break it down to the upper body, then we'll practice the lower body, and then we'll coordinate the two. The first is a very familiar thing that we've done, just a slight modification. We cross our hands at the wrists like we're going to do an arm circle. But we're only going to inhale the arms up overhead, separate them, keep the shoulders relaxed down and gaze up. Bring the hands down, crossing the arms again as they come down through center. Switch the hand on top. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, lower down. That's the upper body. No problem, super easy. Let's do the lower now. The feet are hip to shoulder width apart, and all we're going to do, keep that spine elongated, lift your heels, lower your heels. Lift your heels, lower your heels. Both are really easy separately, but now we're going to put them together. So watch a moment. I'll do it from the side. Actually, I'll do it from the back because you can see the feet. I'm crossing my hands in front. I inhale, and as I lift up and gaze up, I lift my heels, and then I lower. It's the gazing up that's so tricky. So if it's too hard, you might just gaze forward, but lifting the heels as you gaze up is quite tricky. So I'll do it from the side. You can join with me if you're ready. Inhale, lift up, lift the heels as you gaze up. And then down on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, how was that for you guys? Are you doing okay with that? Can you guys feel, Yeah, go
Do you
ahead.
alternate your arms?
Yeah, so you alternate which one's on top. So you'll keep, let's say you have, and it doesn't matter which goes first. Left is on top, up and down, and then you switch right on top. I forgot to cue that. I'll remember to cue it this time. Thank you for asking. And down. Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you don't alternate, no big deal. I like to alternate because when we cross over, there's a part that connects the two hemispheres of your brain called the corpus callosum. And anytime we cross the center point of our body, we're activating both hemispheres of the brain, which is really good for brain health. All right. Any other questions? How are you guys feeling with this balance? See, it's easier if you look forward. It's that upward gaze. So just do what feels best for you, that you can get it. So let's try it together. Are we ready? Let's go. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Really spread those thumbs. It's good for the fascia. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, lower. Put the other hand on top. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, lower. Good. All right, any questions? And then we'll go through 13 through 18. We'll flow, and then I'll answer more questions and get feedback from you guys. Well, let's do a couple of natural respiration breaths to close our instruction and move into our full practice of doing moves 13 through 18 today. Inhale, the hands come out, palms face up. Continue to inhale up, and then exhale as you lower the hands through center. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower. Middle fingers to the corners of your mouth. 4 circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up to under your nose wing. Nose wings 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up to the bridge of your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide so the fingers sweep over your eyebrows, past your temple. Press the flap in on your ear with your middle finger. Release. Slide down your jawline and bring the middle finger back to the corner of your mouth. 4 circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up along the nose to the inner corner of your eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up so the fingers comb back along your head. Make that diamond shape and go ahead, bring your thumbs to the lowest part of your skull. 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide your hands so your middle fingers are behind your ear flaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press. And now bring your hands to your abdomen, one hand on top of the other. The thumb of the top hand massages into the point along the index finger bone that we practiced. Again, don't stress out. When you're massaging here, you're getting a couple of really good points. So if you feel a little tenderness, you know you're on a point. We have a few more to go. And switch hands, the other hand's on the abdomen, and bring that other one on top, massaging using the thumb, pressing towards the index finger bone. Breathe gently as we do these massages. Don't hold your breath. We always want our breath to move. Just a few more here. Good. Bring one hand on top of the other right at your rib cage, right where the ribs come towards each other, just right at that top point, and get your left side in your brain. We're going to go to the left first, small circles. Coming to the left and down, up on the right, back to start for 1. 2, 3, 4. Now let's go big. Again, remember, nice firm pressure on both of these. Coming all the way around. Breathe, keep breathing through your nose. 1. You can even do long, deep breaths here, so nice. 2. 3. Just feel the warmth you're creating, the loving energy for your body. 4. Now we'll get your right hand in mind, right side. We'll go down large circles to the right first. So we're going the opposite direction. 1. Feel that massage. 2. Keep your strong foundation. If you're seated, the feet are on the floor and firm. 3. Standing, keep that strong Wuji position. 4. Now we'll do 4 small circles this way, just for the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Bring one hand to your back in that line opposite the belly button. The other hand, fingertips come towards the hairline, combing the hair and turning the trunk. Just a gentle breath in and out your nose. Sweep your fingers back and turn towards the elbow behind you. Scratch across from the back to the front, back, and turn forward as you scratch to the front. Slide your fingers up over your ear and at the top of above your ear, 4 circles forward. 2, 3, 4, and then sweep to your temple, 4 circles forward there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch your hands beautifully, just a smooth movement. And then fingers on the hairline. As you draw back to the base of your skull, turn to the elbow behind you. Scratch across the bottom of the skull to the back, the front, the back, and as you come to the front, turn forward. Sweep your fingers over your ear, 4 circles forward. 2, 3, 4. Sweep to the temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding up the palm and lifting the knee. Inhale the hands up to the chest. Exhale, press one hand up, the other down as you lift the knee. Lower the knee as you inhale and draw the hands in. Exhale, press, lift the knee on the side of the hand that goes down. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale, press. Come back to center on the inhale, stepping down. The feet come shoulder width apart for turning and bending the trunk. Cross the hands. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chin as you gaze up. Exhale, gaze at the back of the one hand as the hands float down. Hands come to your back, fingers face each other, thumbs down. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side you were gazing. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn the other direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend forward. Hinge at the hips, chin up. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale, center. Exhale as you cross your hands, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, separate the hands, looking at the back of the hand as it floats down. Bring your hands to the back, the fingers face each other. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side you were gazing. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward, chin up. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift up and back. Lift the chin. And inhale, center. Exhale. Last one, stretching the arms and expanding the chest. Crossing at the wrist. Inhale, lift the arms up. Gaze up as you lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Cross the other arm on top, hand on top. Inhale, lift up, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Now stand with your feet hip width apart, arms by your side. Gaze softly into the distance and close your eyes partially. We're daytime, so we don't want to close our eyes right now, but we want to relax, so we darken the gaze a little. Breathe gently in and out your nose. Notice any buzzing or tingling sensations, any warmth, relaxation that you're feeling, any tension, breathe into it. Release that tension, let it go into the earth. One more deep breath here. And thank you so much for joining me for the third class in our series. I'll see if you have any questions now.
Julie, when you press the abdomen
Yes, for the massaging part or?
with the index fingers.
Okay, you're not pressing hard. You're just using that as a kickstand, like a little rest. Imagine a kickstand on your bike. It just holds it in place. So you don't need to push firmly, just resting the hands there for the massage.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, and do you ever alternate? Sometimes you go clockwise and sometimes you
always go left first on the massage. So you do your small left side first and then your big left first. And then you go right big and right small. And that's just from medical Qigong practice. And then from the research on this series that was done since the 1970s, they found, I know yoga talks about ascending colon, descending colon. In Chinese medicine, we're not worried about that. What they found is we're looking at harmonizing the digestive organs, the spleen, stomach, liver, and balancing out the qi. So the qi energy that flows. So that's why they found the left first was very important. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Great.
And
Yeah.
Will you put in the chat where to send?
Oh yeah. Let me get that video for you. Oh wait. Yeah. Actually, the chat. Allison, did you put your email, the email that they need, the Colorado email to get the video link?
Yes, I did. I'm just looking. So it is going, you guys just need to email hold on, I will put it in
Yeah,
again.
put it in again.
The Colorado State office. And then when we get the link, we will send it out to you in an email.
Okay, so, because before it was with Jeremiah
Right.
directly, just...
Right, and he's on vacation this week, so you will get it faster and I'm going on vacation tomorrow, or I'd have you send it directly to me. But we have Sarah all set up and she is waiting for your emails, and as soon as the link is ready, she will send it.
And here's the link. Should they just email Sarah for all of them, or should I give them the links from last week and the week before?
Whatever you think is easiest.
I mean, it's easy for me to do last week's lesson as well as the one before. So I'm going to put those in the chat, you guys. And then you guys have great questions. I want to answer them. So this is last week's. Oh, wait, hang on. That just was a direct message. Let me send that to everybody. Sorry about that. And then here is the week before, hang on, 7 through 12, 1 through 2.
All right, good. Come.
Oh, maybe mute. I guess someone opened it. I guess it worked. Yay, we know it worked. Oh, hang on. Where'd my chat go? Hang on.
So, Julie,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. So, the link, you don't want the link. You want the link to just go to the participants, not necessarily the registrants.
That's oh, everyone can have it. I mean, whoever, it's up to you guys. So if Jeremiah had restrictions, let me know. But for me, it's fine that everybody gets it if they couldn't make it. So like Scott, for example, he says he wasn't able to attend. I think it's great for him to catch up. I think it's wonderful, and so he can have the instruction for next week. Is it desire to have the palm facing back more? Ellen, can you explain what you mean by your question? I'm a little confused.
Hi. So when you were doing, and of course I don't know the name of the last one, you put the hands on the back.
Yes.
And then you put the fingers facing each other. So you have your palms facing your back. That's ideal, isn't it?
Yes, this is for this particular posture. We want this because when we do that back bend, this gives us support for the back right here. So often, a lot of times we can have them down, but for this one, we want them this way.
Okay, it's ideal to that, but you can actually put the back of your hand on your back if you can't.
If you can't, so then if you can't, great question, so important. If you can't have the palms down and you only have the back, please only do a slight back bend. So if I'm like this with my hands like so, I'm only going to go up and gently back. I'm not going to do the full back because I'm not not that my hands are really holding, but the position of my shoulders and everything's in the right alignment so I don't get hurt. Here, I've shifted. Feel the difference, right? You probably can't put the palms down.
Yes, you can't get as much.
So please, if you do that, gentle back just a little bit until you...
No, actually, I think we're doing that palm facing the back on another movement as well.
Yes, yes, we are.
And so it was the other movement. Is it necessary in the other movement? Is it desirable in the other movement as well?
Yes.
It's always best to have the palm.
Unless I specify, like when we have, for example, the combing the hair. Yeah.
Right. So that makes sense. Okay, so I'm trying that, but for long periods it wasn't working, so I had to kind of reverse my hand.
Yeah, good question, because people might need that as well. So twisting from the waist and the torso varies on the exercise. So like in 1 through 12, there are times that we only move from the waist, times that we move from the hips and the waist. So for this one, when we're turning the trunk, we want to make sure no matter what, we really turn our trunk and the hips will move a little bit. So when we have our hands on the back, like so, we really want to make sure we're getting the twist in the trunk. My hips are also moving, but I make sure I finish the full movement of my trunk as well. I'm turning that back as far as I'm able. That gives us that kind of, when you wring out a towel, we're doing that with our organs. We're getting that wringing motion of our organs. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions you guys have? Thank you for sticking around. I think we are a little over. I apologize, Allison, but if I really think the questions are important. Are there any other questions I can help you with before we head out? Okay, well, you guys looked great. Those of you that I could see, and if you, and when I say great, let me tell you what I mean. I saw modifications that let me know you're listening to your body. I saw a lot of fluid, gentle movement. So you're really picking up the spirit of Qigong, that we want this gentle energy. The 18 essential daily movements are a little less fluid than some of our other Qigong flows. Like we have a lot more, there are more requirements to get through because we're doing a therapeutic practice. But so that was really great. So I appreciate that. And then next week we'll do our warm up and we'll go through all 18 moves, and it's going to be an incredible flow. I can't use the video and watch on my TV monitor. Sorry. Oh yeah, no worries, Bobby. Don't worry. And it's not, I have many of my students, whenever I teach, they have their cameras off. It's okay. You need to feel comfortable, but make sure you ask questions if you're not sure if you're doing something right. That's the only thing with that. All right, Allison, anything else you want to share with everybody?
No, it's the email is coaarp@aarp.org. So I can put that in the chat one more time.
Great. And thank you, Scott. Thank you, everyone. And again, remember, thank you for your collective energy. In Qigong, we really look, energy has no boundaries. And so we're drawing positive energy from each other as we do this practice. So I hope you can feel that lifting and enlightenment. So bye-bye. See you guys next week.
And Jeremiah will be back next week. So I'll be back to normal.
All right. Take care. Thanks for helping, Allison. We really appreciate you being here for us. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.